Hey, so we have Drew here. One of the more popular interviews from our Portland show. He's been going to these shows from San Jose onwards, and has just escalated in fame, hopefully fortune. So Drew, tell us about your bike here.
So this bike is actually going to go to PBP 2011 Paris.
Wow.
And so yeah, it was basically a road bike slash randonneur bike. It set up to do long mileage with a little bit of self-support with the front rack, which can hold 15, 20 pounds of weight. We're going to have the folks at Bailey to make a bag that fits right on there, a little bit of Velcro, and the non-zip tie cable routing for the Dynamo hub, and the integrated fenders that are painted to match, which not necessary, but a nice touch, just that they kind of blend in with the frame and don't stand out or anything. Did the Paul medium brakes, which were a really great product. I think that it's a little bit stiffer than a traditional long reach caliper. The long reach caliper work very well, but they do have a little bit of flex since it's so far away from the pivot point and everything. And having these studs brazed onto the frame makes a big difference.
I see.
This is one of the few times I used the shaped tube set. This is the data replica tubing.
Oh yes.
Which has kind of the bi-ovalization and some other fancy doodads that we'll see. It might not have been necessary, but it was a request, and why not just do it?
What kind of tubing?
So it's the data replica top tube, down tube, and seat tube, and then these are the replica seat stays, and then this is the Columbus Life chain stays. Those are true temper unicrown fork blades.
Right.
And then obviously the 953 seat post and
nice
essentially
touches.
4130 stem.
Right. Right.
And then I did the integrated cable routing for the Paul brake and through the stem, just to clean it up again and help it be nice.
Right. And
then something I didn't do, but is also very cool, was that Super Record 11 is an incredibly nice component group.
It blends together well. This bike.
It's not very often that you see a bike that's black components but still has a very traditional kind of classic look.
That's true. That's true. So Drew, tell us about your growth as a builder. Who's your customer? I can assume that your customers are not just from your hometown now, it's all over.
Yeah, I mean, I got a bike in Germany, I got a bike going to New Zealand, I got a bike in Australia, Canada, kind of all over. Just sold a bike in England the other day, and obviously the internet is a very, very powerful thing.
Internet and YouTube has
viral marketing has an absolute effect. But I don't know, I love to make bikes. I love to pretty much make anything.
Right.
And luckily people seem to like what I've been doing.
Absolutely.
And it's hard to manage a wait time, not overwork, to try and cut down on the wait time, So I'm hovering around a year. I've kind of been there for a couple of years. Yeah, I've been around a year for about 2 years now.
A year for your engine.
Yeah, I can't seem to reduce it. Obviously there'll be a flurry after this event, and then there's a little slow time, but I'm not the most prolific person on the planet. I make about 35 bikes a year.
Oh, that's it, huh?
And a little bit of that is because almost every bike is a frame, fork, stem and a seat post.
Yeah, that's the
so that kind of adds like a day or two to each bike. So if I was only making frames, that'd be one thing, but I'm really not in the business to making frames. I like making bicycles.
Right.
So it's all about the complete package for me.
Yeah, and it's one thing I think that really distinguishes you. With the bikes that I've seen.
I like to make sure that everybody likes the whole thing. Just mailing out a frame, it's very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But you do it if you have to. But it is a little upsetting. I at least want to get a photo of the final thing.
Right. Well, thank you, Drew.
No problem.